I'm about to throw away this piece of cardboard that has this drawing on it, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about why I saved it, because it was so cool. So this is a 48 by 48 Wardbeck Systems summing matrix, and what it was used for was an intercom system. So how does an intercom work? Well, first you need some type of controller, and this is you gotta remember, this is like 1985. This is before the internet. So the computers were like a 486 essentially, maybe a Pentium 1, maybe even a Pentium 1, likely running a piece of software on DOS. So the DOS was super small, super lightweight, very primitive. C++, you know, some C program. So what they would do is they would have sources, and then they would have destinations. So you would have, I think that says like IFBs. So IFB feeds into the bus directly. Okay, so here you have CCU from cameras. You have remotes, so you know, something coming in from let's say a outside source, so 1 2 3 4 5. You got the floor director, you've got a PL, party line, so you got 3 party lines that you can work with, and then you have CCUs from camera control units, mixers. So here you have a small studio floor mixer that gets fed into the sources. Then you have script assistant, you have producer, you have director, you have resources, editorial staff, video equipment operators. So you have telephones. So here you can talk to a telephone, character generator, studio floor. So you could talk directly to the studio floor and page them and do a whole bunch of stuff. So all those sources were also destinations that these panels could subscribe to. So this is a Wardbeck 7880-5, 3, 2, 1. Well, that's just a demarcation of increments. So 7880B, that's a B. There's a B. 7840. I'll look those up later. What else do we have here? A bunch of Leech DAs, a whole bunch of stuff. So this was originally drawn in, I think, 97, or maybe it was commissioned, and no, it was before then. It was way before then. There's a test meter. So what would happen was you would have a source, and it would show up as a source to all of these destinations. So these destinations would have all of this outputs, these outputs that were on patch point. So that's a patch point. So this summing point that could be also tested. So you could test all of those summing points. At any point you could sip off this audio that fed all of these DAs, as well as all of these panels. So all of these panels would also get that result. So every panel could subscribe to any one of those inputs, but that person could also talk to anyone who subscribed to them talking. That is a Wardbeck intercom. So this is a small one. This is a 48 by 48. They did ones as big as like 512 by 512. Analog. You got to remember, this is all analog. So every one of these is a card in a frame someplace that could subscribe to one of 48 things and then shoot it out. Anyway, very cool piece of technology. It was decommissioned just recently, and we had it at the shop for a little bit, but ultimately I think some of it got kept, and then some of it got scrapped. There's a bunch of these floating around the world, but not too many broadcasters are going to rely on this. It's just too heavy analog, so there's a lot of moving parts in it. Plus, there's a lot of mechanical things in it that are very difficult to find in 2019. You know, these things are 30 years old. So this got pulled out, and I'm happy to have this drawing, but unfortunately I can't fold it because it's on a piece of like pegboard or something. So I'm going to flip it over, staple it to the wall. Thanks for watching.